We have a former model with us who says focusing on the inside might actually make you feel better about what's on the outside. Joining us today is Dr. Vivian Diller, a former ballet dancer and model with Wilhelmina Agency. Dr. Diller went on to get her PhD as a psychotherapist and is co-authoring a new book entitled The Beauty Paradox. Also joining us is Dr. Howard Sobel, a dermatologic surgeon in practice for over 25 years. He's treated many high-profile patients and models to little old patients like me. Dr. Sobel has even founded a line of popular skincare called DDF, Doctor's Dermatologic Formula. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Diller, let's start with you. You talked to us about being beautiful as a model, and talk to us about what it feels like to make the transition and be older, although you're still beautiful. What do the words beauty paradox mean?
Well, let me talk about why, in fact, beauty really is a topic worth talking about. You'd think, having been a model, having been a dancer and left that career where beauty mattered so much, gone on to get my PhD in psychology and analytic training, why would I be talking about beauty? Is it a skin-deep issue? Is it a more complex issue? The fact is that beauty for women internally is a very complicated personal and emotional issue.
Dr. Sobel, you believe you don't have to go under the knife to achieve beauty. I come into your office all the time and you convince me I don't need an entire facelift overhaul because of crow's feet. Can you talk a little bit about what are the most typical complaints for women and at what age they start? What do you see?
You know, it's starting earlier and earlier, basically. I mean, it also depends on how good genetics you have, how well you protected your skin when you were younger, what type of skin type do you have? Are you a blonde, blue-eyed, and freckle and have a lot of sun damage? But what I see more and more now, the technology has gotten so much better and so much easier with no downtime now. We have injectables and Botox and lasers that could do incredible things to the skin. You go right back to work and no one ever needs to know you did anything. And as you probably know, if you have a good hair day, for some reason, something as small as that, you feel better. People perceive you differently that day.
Right.
You perceive yourself different that day. So there is no really set time when someone should start. I always say the earlier the better, but then someone will reverse that question: how early is early? And I mean, the earliest thing I have ever done on someone, she was 19 years old, but she was a model. She made $1 million a year, and she was getting some fine little crow's feet around her eyes, and her mother had these deep lines. So we wound up doing some little procedures in her, but she's not your norm.
And you know, so Dr. Diller, in your time as a model, you didn't have these options, fillers, Botox.
No, and in fact, I was that kind of model, and I see this in women in general, that although beauty mattered to me, I was brought up in the generation of women who beauty was not supposed to matter that much to you. Beauty was supposed to be one among many things that defined you as an appealing, successful woman. So no, those things weren't available to me, but they were not supposed to be important enough, or my beauty wasn't supposed to be important enough, that I should seek those solutions. Now, what I'm finding is that if you talk to a woman where they allow themselves to let beauty matter, but not matter so much that they're reaching impulsively or urgently to solutions, whether it be plastic surgery or dermatological solutions, if you talk to them about thinking about redefining what their beauty means, they gain a confidence that allows them to make good choices. Some of them may be at Dr. Sobel's office. Some of them may be, you know, I don't need plastic surgery or, you know, Restylane. I need to feel really great about how I'm taking care of my body. Maybe the definition of beauty as we get older is a confidence in how you feel about yourself. One of the most beautiful women I know is my 90-year-old mother-in-law.
Right.
She has beautiful white hair, she looks after herself, and she presents herself in this kind of confident way that I look at her and say, well, that's not what beauty looks like to a youth.
Let me ask you, your book states that a large collection of studies show that beauty matters well beyond its function. Anyway, talk a little bit more about that.
beauty is not just skin deep. I think that's what I'm trying to say, that I think that a balance between paying attention to your attractiveness, your health of your skin, even at an early age, that if you pay attention to how you appear, not neglected, like there are some women who are ashamed that they want to color their hair, but what about paying some attention to your beauty, but not so much attention that in the face of midlife, as it changes, there's a panic.